awesome. G'day, it's your old mate Non-Rasputin. Welcome back to the channel, and what I have behind me is our next project, an FGX Falcon. The last of the Aussie produced Ford Falcons. As you can see, this one here is a little bit worse for wear, sustained some frontal damage. So let's take a look around this beast. The laws in New Zealand are pretty clear when it comes to written off vehicles. There's no sort of different classes and stuff. Once it's deregistered, it's deregistered. To get it back on the road, you need to have it fully repaired with an engineer's report and all that sort of stuff. Now, the reason why this one here was written off, hell of a prang in here. That's actually torn that front bar, so there's a lot of force. But if we go on the inside here, yeah, the frame rail has actually come away from the body a bit. So, equipped with the mighty 4-litre Barra engine, the last of the series. Okay, add the damage sustained in the front. This front skirt here is broken, definitely fixable. The bonnet itself has sustained some damage here. Again, that one there will have to be fixable. Well, it has to be repaired because they're very, very hard to get. There's not many of these were actually manufactured and sold in New Zealand. Not as many as the FGs anyway, or the FG2s. And so parts are a little bit hard to come by. The interior is in superb condition. It's obviously been looked after. Another cool feature with the FGX settings. And we go to display, and you can actually change your wallpaper. So I've got a USB stick here, pop it in. USB 1. Oh yeah, there we go. So select that one. Save. We go back to home. So now I've got my own wallpaper. Neat. That's it. Park select here. No surprises there. There's no front bumper, but she does run. The 4-litre Barra sounds okay. There's a bit of an exhaust leak under here. You can kind of hear it sort of cut away, and I believe that's probably from a forklift. Rear looks in fabulous condition. Another thing about these FGXs is you've got sort of the black hood liner. And you've got these black interior pieces here, black handles, all that sort of stuff. It makes it look quite neat. This engine is running like a clock. It's obviously being maintained. It is a bit filthy under the bonnet, but it probably has been sitting in a yard for quite a while after being written off. But I have taken it for a quick drive around the section, and yeah, the gears shift fine, the transmission's good, so definitely good running gear in this vehicle. So these are all the parts that came with the car. They were actually sort of stuffed in the boot with the back seats folded down. So I'm super grateful that they included all that because, as I said before, very, very hard to get these parts. Now the bumper, it is broken out of this section here. There's a section of trim missing from the grille. We'll have to figure out what to do with that. Other than that, that front bumper is fully repairable. This was my biggest worry when I saw this online, was the headlight, because they are very, very expensive and very rare, and thankfully they included it with the car. There's a small broken piece, small broken bracket over here, but very, very easy to fix, very easy to repair, and thankfully the glass is all in one piece. Excellent. Got some miscellaneous covers from underneath the vehicle, from the front I believe. They've included all of the screws, which is great. We have the one of the impact protectors, the foam bit from the side that wasn't affected there. Now the fronts on these things weren't everybody's cup of tea. They were a pretty big departure away from the FGs and the FG2s. Some would say it looks a little bit Mondeo-ish in the front. I kind of like it. To me, kind of looks a bit like a shark, ready to attack. So one of the biggest changes between the FG2 and the FGX were these rear lights, and they were kind of polarizing because they were a bit thinner and they sweep around, and some people would say they're quite similar to a Jaguar. I don't mind them, to be honest, and you actually find that, you know, behind these lights here, the mounting points are actually different as well. Another key thing to note is these small rust holes here. So if we just take a quick look, I believe that the insurance assessors have already started to grind using a small, like, grinding pen or something like that to just expose some of the rust there. And look, this is a Ford problem, and you know, water can come in through these seals here, around the lights, and basically you've got sort of, you know, you've got the back of the boot and you've got the front of the boot, and water will actually just settle in there and gradually just rust through. Very common to see that on FGs, FGXs, etc. You know, one of the things that Ford never actually managed to sort out in the end. So the FGXs were equipped with these 18-inch alloys. If it was a Lux pack, then you'd get 19s. So it's not an XR8, it's not the Lux pack or anything like that, but it's definitely a rare vehicle, especially on New Zealand roads. There's only like 11,000 of these actually produced in total. We would have only had a fraction of these actually sent to New Zealand. So definitely worth keeping. This thing here was going to be purchased for parts. Is it going to go to a wreckers? And luckily I was able to sort of intercept that at the auctions, actually give this thing a good chance of getting saved in one form or another. So stay tuned for the next episode, and we'll see you back soon.